And let's get on with the top story of the day. Senior advocate and Supreme Court lawyer Dushyant Dave has made a stunning revelation that led to Vijay Mallya's escape from India. Speaking to India Today, Dave reveals that 72 hours before Mallya's escapade, the top SBI bank officials had called him on 28th of February seeking an urgent meeting to discuss the distressed loans of Kingfisher Airlines. During a one-hour meeting at the advocate's residence, CBI officials expressed their fear that Mallya may try to leave the country. As per Dave, he suggested them to move the Supreme Court the very next day and seek a restraining order against Vijay Mallya. On 29th of February, however, when Dave reached the Supreme Court, he was shockingly noticed that none of the SBI officials had arrived to file a plea seeking impounding of Mallya's passport. He claims that even the SBI bank chief accepts his views, but for some mysterious reason, no one from the bank turned up for finding the plea. After the stunning disclosures on India Today, SBI has revealed in a statement saying that there was no laxity on its part in dealing with Kingfisher Airlines loan default cases less than 48 hours after SBI officials' no-show at the Supreme Court. Vijay Mallya scooted from the country on March 2nd, 2016.
You were consulted by the State Bank of India's team on the 20th of February 2016 in the Vijay Mallya case. That's the day before he left the country. It was a Sunday. What advice did you give the bank?
Well, let me first correct you, Rajdeep, that I was not allegedly consulted. I was in fact consulted on 28th of February by the solicitor firm of State Bank of India, one of the most respected and well-known law firms from Delhi. And it was a very surprise request because normally I don't meet people on Sundays. I was in fact in Baroda and I was returning from Baroda in the evening, that evening on Sunday, and they insisted on having the conference. So I relented and I said, yes, please do come home. They all came home, about 4 to 5 officials from State Bank of India, including its law branch, and at least 3 or 4 associates and partners from this law firm. My own junior was also present at that meeting, and we discussed Mallya's matters for over an hour. And I mean, till then I was not consulted at all, but they briefed me as to what proceedings were going on before the Debt Recovery Tribunal, before the High Court and before the Supreme Court, and they sought my advice. And they in fact expressed apprehension that Mr. Mallya may not be able to honor the commitment to the banks,
right.
And they were afraid that Mr. Mallya may perhaps leave the country. To which I categorically advised that, look, it would be absolutely, appropriate for us to move the Supreme Court tomorrow morning, that's Monday morning at 10:30, before the Honorable Chief Justice Thakur's court. And I said that if we do mention the matter, because there were certain proceedings pending in Supreme Court, I told them that I have no doubt that such an order, restraining Mr. Mallya from leaving the country and perhaps impounding his passport would be granted by the Supreme Court. I also said additionally move the Debt Recovery Tribunal and the High Court for similar orders. So I was very categorical in my advice. It was accepted, and
it was accepted. The advice, you gave them clear advice on
Yes.
the 28th of February to move the Supreme Court, to have Mr. Mallya's travel documents in a sense impounded because they feared he would leave the country 24 hours before Vijay Mallya left the country. Am I correct?
absolutely.
And what did they say to your advice? Did they accept it? What did they do about
I think
it?
about 48 hours, because he left on
the night of the first, early second morning.
Yes,
So
they
that's about
agreed to
36
my advice.
Yes.
And
They agreed on your advice.
yeah,
What did they do about it?
I believe he left in the afternoon. They accepted my advice. Yes, I'll tell you, it was agreed that we will meet in the Supreme Court on Monday, next day, Monday at 10 o'clock. And they will keep the necessary papers for mentioning slip ready, and I would mention before the Honorable Court at 10:30 and pray for an appropriate order for restraint. Unfortunately, I reached at 10 o'clock. Nobody was seen either from the law firm nor from the SBI, and I must say regretfully that nobody even had the courtesy to inform me that we are not going ahead with the mentioning.
Even as BJP firefights opposition attack on Vijay Mallya meeting Arun Jaitley, the ruling party is facing heat from within. Subramaniam Swamy has been at the forefront of raising some uncomfortable questions over Mallya able to leave India with ease. His main charge is that under whose orders was the CBI lookout notice against Mallya tweaked? The original lookout notice ordered that Mallya must be stopped if he tries to leave India. Curiously, the CBI lookout notice was later watered down and only Mallya's exit from India was required to be reported. The BJP MP has gone public with his demand seeking answers, which has left his party red-faced.
The revelations made by Vijay Mallya and the counter coming from Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, but in the meanwhile, Subramaniam Swamy has levelled a serious allegation. You have raised the issue of the lookout notice that was diluted.
Yes, not now. I raised it a year ago. That time nobody took notice. Now you are taking notice. I am not making any allegations against anybody, but I know that Mallya was able to leave because the lookout notice in his name originally issued by CBI said that he should be stopped from going abroad, and subsequently on 24th October 2015 it was diluted to say it should only be reported that he has left abroad. And why this was done, on whose orders it was done, these are some things that should be made public, because sooner or later it is bound to become public. Somebody will file an RTI or some parliamentary committee will ask for it. It's better that it comes out from our side itself.
I'm sure you heard what Vijay Mallya said, that he met Finance Minister. He told him that he wanted to settle all these cases. Now the counter that is coming from the Finance Minister that there was no such meeting, but then again few Member of Parliaments coming out that they saw them meeting in the Central Hall, Dr. Swamy.
I'm not concerned with that. Why should it bother me whether he met Jaitley or he didn't meet Jaitley, or he told Jaitley I'm going to London or didn't tell him? The fact is that Mallya was able to escape from the country. That's the crucial part. And that crucial part is dependent on the dilution of the lookout notice.
And opposition parties have now slammed the Modi government and even asked for Finance Minister Arun Jaitley's resignation. Let's listen in.
फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर एब्सकॉन्डर से बात करता है. एब्सकॉन्डर फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर को कहता है कि मैं अब लंदन जाने वाला हूं, और फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने ना सीबीआई को बताया, ना ईडी को बताया, ना पुलिस को बताया. क्यों नहीं? पहला सवाल. दूसरा सवाल, जो अरेस्ट नोटिस था विजय माल्या पे, उसको इन्फॉर्म नोटिस में किसने बदला? ये काम वही कर सकता है जो सीबीआई को कंट्रोल करता है. तो अरुण जेटली जी लंबे लंबे बयान देते हैं. अगर ये उन्होंने अपने आप किया तो ये बता दें कि हां मैंने अपने आप किया. अगर इनको ऊपर से ऑर्डर मिला था तो वो कह दें कि ऊपर से उनको ऑर्डर मिला. मगर ओपन एंड शट केस है. इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंडर लंदन भागने से पहले फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर से 15-20 मिनट के लिए पार्लियामेंट हाउस में बात करता है. फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर झूठ बोलते हैं, कहते हैं कि नहीं, कॉरिडोर में मुझे पकड़ा और मुझे कहा कि मैं लंदन जा रहा हूं. ठीक है, अगर आपको कॉरिडोर में भी पकड़ा और आपको कहा कि लंदन जा रहा है, तो फिर आपने सीबीआई ईडी को क्यों नहीं बताया कि ये भागने वाला है, इसको जेल में डालो, इसको पकड़ो? तो ये क्लियर कट कल्यूजन है. इसमें कोई ना कोई डील हुई है और फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर को सीधा बता देना चाहिए क्या हुआ है, उनको रेजिग्नेशन दे देना चाहिए.
The truth is that there are people who have been looting public money from my account, your account, everybody's account in the banks. That is pooled together and given to them as loans, and they do not repay the loans, and they leave the country and go away.
That's exactly the claim of Mallya, that he wanted to settle all his account and he met the finance minister, but the finance minister said that there is no such casual meeting. So where is the reality? What is the truth?
Correct. That is what we expect the government to answer, or we expect you, the fourth estate, the media, to investigate and tell the people what is the truth.
ये सारे आरोप बिल्कुल बेबुनियाद हैं। अरुण जी ने स्पष्ट कर दिया है इसको कि कोई जबरदस्ती पार्लियामेंट के कॉरिडोर में मिलने की कोशिश करता है और अरुण जी ने एक प्रकार से कुछ झटक दिया कि आप बैंकों के पास जाइए। लेकिन मैं आपसे एक सवाल करना चाहता हूं कि ये सारी टिप्पणी हो रही है राहुल गांधी के लंदन यात्रा के बाद, तो क्या दोनों में कुछ साझा है क्या?
Was Vijay Mallya's lookout notice calling for his detention on site at airports watered down? India Today has accessed inside details of the notice issued by the CBI. Here's a report.
The great escape of Vijay Mallya was enabled by a tweak in the lookout notice issued by the CBI. Though it is not known who ordered the change, India Today has cracked how the tycoon fled the country. On October 16, 2015, the CBI, which was probing allegations of financial irregularities against Vijay Mallya, issued a notice saying he should be detained if he tried to leave India. Just a month later, on November 24, 2015, the CBI issued a fresh lookout notice. This notice said that the only action to be taken in case Mallya reached any airport to leave India was to simply inform the CBI and let the businessman continue on his travels. When CBI was questioned about the change in lookout notice, the Central Bureau of Investigation called it a mistake by a junior official in its Mumbai unit, which was detected on November 23, 2015, when Vijay Mallya was to leave India for a day-long foreign trip.
The fact is that Mallya was able to escape from the country. That's the crucial part. And that crucial part is dependent on the dilution of the lookout notice. There's no automatic way by which it gets diluted. There has to be an order.
After his November 23rd trip, Mallya once again travelled abroad in December. The probe agency sources said that Mallya kept the CBI in the loop about his travel plans. Mallya, however, did not inform the agency when he left India on March 2, 2016. He has not returned since then, but has offered to settle the debt by selling his assets under judicial supervision. Mallya had even filed an application in the Karnataka High Court on June 22, 2018, stating the same. India Today has learned that his outstanding principal is 5,800 crore rupees. But when interest is added, it amounts to 9,000 crores. All Mallya has offered to repay is 5,800 crore, or the principal amount.
Sources in the Central Bureau of Investigation have again defended the agency. They say that the lookout circular against Vijay Mallya was downgraded only after he returned to India, and since he was cooperating with the investigations, they never anticipated that he may flee from the country. But what CBI is unable to answer is that on whose instruction the lookout circular against Vijay Mallya was downgraded. Munish Pandey in Delhi for India Today.
More protests against rape-accused Bishop Franco Malakal are expected in the country today. A day after Kerala High Court hearing, protests will be taking place in Mumbai and Kochi. Several civilian groups are planning to come out in support of the nuns. The protest gathered steam as the bishop is yet to be arrested. Yesterday in court, Kerala police revealed that the investigation had spread to 5 states and 7 districts of Kerala. 81 witnesses are part of the case and 4 material objects and 31 documents have been seized so far. The court backed the probe by Kerala police, saying that it is fair and professional. Court also observed that the police is doing everything to iron out all the contradictions in the statements which were made by the witnesses and the accused. Kerala High Court was satisfied with the round-the-clock protection of the convent, in fact, where the rape survivor, the 2 witnesses are staying, and the next hearing is scheduled to be taking place on the 24th of September.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.